because I've reached the part in this whole like class consciousness part where I'm just filled with the most impotent rage. And like, I'm talking that white hot, I need to sink my teeth and into something and scream kind of rage. Because what do you mean that it never had to be this hard for us? Like, what do you mean in other countries they don't have to spend 20% of their paycheck on groceries? What do you mean in other countries everyone can own homes because they're not paying $2,000 a month in rent, or that their mortgages aren't like their entire paycheck? What do you mean that people in China work one job and they don't even work 40 hours and they can easily afford their life? And then I'm over here working 60 hours a week, just me as a single parent, to like barely make ends meet. And I'm penny pinching every single second. And like, there's so much of life that my kid misses out on and that I miss out on because of money and like work and no social support net. And you mean to tell me that it didn't have to be like this? They keep us in these chains on purpose, and it never had to be like this. Like, I did everything right. I went to college. I had to drop out of college to take care of my mom when she was sick because, again, no social services, like, no safety nets. My dad worked his whole life and died and left everything to my mom. My mom was disabled, and she lived on credit, and like, she barely made ends meet, and she did everything she was supposed to, and I did everything I was supposed to, and it just keeps getting worse. It was never supposed to be like this, and I'm so angry that it is, because what do you mean? I've spent so much of my life working so hard to scrape by, and it never had to be like that. My suffering was at the expense of someone else becoming wealthy because they could. And I am so angry about this. It can't stay like this. It doesn't have to stay like this.
We can't have nice things because of your racism. And they are sick. They are learning that Americans have been living in squalor. White people are sick. They are learning that for 400 years, black people lived in slavery. They are realizing that they are too slaves. They are sick. They are twisted. Listen, when Donald Trump came out and said, "Why do we keep getting people from these shithole countries?" My response was, bitch, America is the shithole country. And white people are learning the truth.
Hello, amazing people. This is Unfiltered Perspective, where we challenge assumptions and question popular narratives. Before we get started, kindly remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you can get notified on future discussions. Let's get into the video.
A lot of those white people think whenever they mention the black people, they think the black people are poverty-stricken people. You know, they refer to the blacks as being poor and Africa as a poor continent. I'm going to be sharing a particular video of a white lady asking a black man if he is poor. And the response of this man is going to shock you guys. Watch this video, like this video, and subscribe to the channel.
This white woman spoke to a black guy on the street, and she regretted it.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, yes.
Is it true that people in Africa are poor? Hey, sorry, I'm talking to you.
Sorry, do you have £10 there, please? Could you lend me £10?
Oh, no, I don't have money.
Oh, you don't have money?
No.
And you are busy looking for poor people.
Now pay attention. This is what happened. This woman was walking around the street intentionally provoking black people. Whenever she saw a black person, she would boldly ask, "Is it true that people in Africa are poor?" Most people just ignored her and kept walking, but she didn't stop. Then came one man, calm, confident, and smart. She didn't know she was about to meet her match. When she asked him the same question, he looked at her silently and continued walking. but the woman called him again, still wanting to prove her point. So he turned around and said, "Can you give me 10 pounds?" The woman looked surprised and replied, "I don't have it." The man smiled and said, "You don't even have 10 pounds, yet you're out here looking for poor people?" So, what do you think? Was the man wrong for responding that way? Or did he simply give her the lesson she deserved?
Africans are poor, but you live on credit. You can't do without credit. You can't breathe without credit. Over here we pay in full, but you pay on credit. And yet you believe Africans are poor. I think the word poverty needs to be redefined. Yeah.
What y'all gotta understand is that it's a much better life, even though there's a lot of struggles in Africa and hardship and suffering. The people's moments of happiness, in spite of their suffering, are much greater than the moments of happiness in America. The praying grandmothers, all that good stuff, the Christianity, or at least in Uganda, most of us are Christians and Christ followers. So it's like, the life in Uganda is much more natural than the life in America, because in America it's like you're just running through a system. You wake up and you work all day, you spend all your time in office, you have money, there's no time to even enjoy the money. But in Africa, when you have money, it's a much sweeter life than it is in America. Like, life in Africa, you meet people easily and there's time for social interaction. What you might have noticed in America is that after high school and college finish, the social interaction goes practically down the drain, and your social life goes practically down the drain, because all you're doing is paying bills for all your time. But in Africa, you can build a house for much cheaper and build a house the same size as a house in America for much cheaper in Africa. So Africa may not be perfect, but I like it a lot more than America in spite of its problems. And if we can create jobs in Africa and build up the economies of African countries for a better future, it's going to be a much better place than America. It's going to be a much better place than America.
Did you guys know that most Americans think that Africans are very poor? Like poor. Like we live in hut houses. I never start sleeping. It's like they think that we live in hot houses in the forest with wild animals. Are you guys okay? Are you guys serious? I made a video few days ago talking about African admiration for Black Americans, how we always wanted to copy Black Americans and their style, their way of life, their outfits, their hairstyles, their baggy pants, whatever. Most of the things you guys do here, we copy them back home. Like, we're literally obsessed with you guys growing up. And even till today, Black American culture has a huge impact in Africa. And then in the comment section, some Americans were like, the only thing they can remember about Africa are kids in charity commercials begging for money. Some said they know for a fact that they live in forest. Some said they know for a fact that Africans are very poor. Another one said they saw an article with a skyscraper in Africa, but they still cannot believe there's a skyscraper in Africa. Excuse me? Are you okay? Africans are not that poor. We don't have mortgage payments. We build our houses from scratch. We own all our houses by ourselves. We don't have car notes. We buy it. All the cars you have in America, we have it back home. All. Even the cyber trucks, all. If you guys have it in America, no, it's going to, before the next week, it's going to reach Africa. People are going to buy it in numbers. It doesn't matter how fancy the car is, how expensive, they're going to buy it like water. All the nice houses, we have them in Africa. What are you guys talking about? All the Beverly Hills, Hidden Hills, Calabar, we have them in Africa, and even more. Even the ordinary people, the normal people doing ordinary jobs. They live in normal, nice houses with good toilets, with good kitchens. And they are okay. Who told you guys Africans are very poor? The only problem, most Africans have never even seen a monkey. Most Africans have never seen a lion, an elephant, even an ordinary deer. Most Africans have never seen a deer, like live. You only see them when you go to the zoo and pay money. You don't have those things in Africa like that. You guys should stop exaggerating. Africa is not that poor. Africa is the bread basket of the world. Bread basket of the world. Africa has everything except good governance. Africa is the champion of bad governance. Most of our leaders are highly corrupt, selfish, and greed. In Africa, most leaders make sure that before leaving power, they enrich their families for life for the next 100 million years. Their families will never go broke. Some will dig the ground and put dollars inside, like they'll dig graves of money in their backyards, and they'll bury money inside in plastics. Yes, the major problem, mismanagement of public funds, embezzlement of public funds. When they give money to leaders to construct a particular road or school or a hospital that is going to benefit the locals, they take this money and put it in their private coffers. They fly their children abroad in private jets. Their kids go to the best universities in the world. For example, Cameroonian president, her daughter used to go to the University of Avine, and she used to take a taxi one way to school. In this case, it was a limo. $400 to go to school one way, $400 to come back from school every day when she's going to school. And that was the daughter of an African president, Cameroonian president. Our president has been in power for almost 50 years. Almost. That's the problem of Africa. We don't have democracy. We cannot talk. Africans are scared to talk about the government because of the brutality of the government and the way they kill, the way they misuse power. Africans cannot talk about, if you want to talk, they're going to put you in jail. Like what I'm saying right now about our president, President Paul Biya. He's a mess, and I don't care. We all know that's the truth. Why should you be president for more than 40 years? And then people are suffering. Yeah, not like there's not enough resources to feed the people or to give to the people. But they are embezzling these funds. They come to America, to Europe, to other countries. They build hotels, fancy hotels. You will never believe the amount of money African presidents have abroad. You don't want to see their shares in these big companies. Africa is not poor. Africa has problem of bad governance. But our president, I heard, allegedly, his son want to take over. And if that's the case, it's going to happen. They won't say anything because they know how to silence us. They bring all the big arms, the ammunition, the guns, the bombs. You want to talk, they're gonna like a particular group of people want to talk, they're going to throw a bomb and kill everyone. Yeah, that's Africa. For example, where I come from in Africa, in Cameroon, the southern Cameroon. Go to the internet and see what the government is doing to southern Cameroonians, killing them like chicken. Yeah, that's why most of us are here. And yeah, you can't even be a youth. You can't. They're going to kill. Like the fact that you speak English, they don't want to hear. And just like that, they just kill you like that. Misuse of power. They kill you, they cover it, and the world doesn't know. Africa is not poor, please. Africa is not poor. Africa has it all. All the gold, the diamonds, everything. Don't try it. And Cameroon, from my country, for example, is called Africa in miniature. Everything in Africa, we are in the center of Africa. Center west as well. Everything you have in Africa, you have it in Cameroon. Everything, every mineral, everything. There's nothing in Africa that you can't find in Cameroon. It's the only country with every resources in Africa, at the center of Africa. We have it all. We are okay. We have good houses, but we can do better. You know what I mean? In Africa, we don't have medical debt. You go to the hospital, they treat you. You must pay before you leave. Sometimes you must pay before they attend to you. We don't have student loans. Most Africans who come here to study are not eligible for student loans. They bring a lot of money from Africa. Some of them come with $50,000 and more. Do you think it's easy to get a student visa to America? Are you serious? Do you know how much it costs? Let's not talk about the flights. Let's talk about the schools. Those who come here without scholarship. Do you know how many Africans come to America annually without scholarship to study? They pay good money to come here. Africans are not that poor. Africa has a problem with bad governance. And I hope and pray one day we're going to put an end to that bad governance. Get your passport, travel, go to Africa. Go see the motherland. We don't have democracy. They cover our mouths in Africa, our own African people, brothers. Yeah, that's why I don't like it. That's why I don't like Africa. Because there's no demo. You can talk. You can talk. You can't, like I said, what I'm saying right now here, very few Cameroonians have the audacity to voice what I just said. Very few. But I don't care. Whatever. If they want to kill me tomorrow, I die. What happens? I'm not the first person to die. Yeah. That's Africa. For Africa is not poor, please. Get your passport and go visit the motherland. Okay, we have it all there. All. There are people there, even in the bad economy, they still have billions in their pockets. They don't even record this money. They hide them in the ground. They make banks in their houses. Raw cash. Much money. In Africa, they have money. But bad government.
For the longest time, the black race has always been associated with poverty, but in current times, things have begun to change with the rising cost of living and stable jobs becoming quite hard to find. Some families that didn't even imagine themselves struggling have started to feel the economic pressure. And so what time has revealed is that economic hardships don't ask what race you are before they come. He doesn't care who you voted for, where you grew up, or about your color. And therefore, maybe poverty wasn't a black issue. Maybe it wasn't a white issue. It has always been an economic issue. And the real mistake has always been turning an economic issue into a racial issue and being surprised when the reality refuses to fit in. The question isn't who is struggling. The question is, why are people struggling in one of the wealthiest societies in the world? What do you think? Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you agree or do you disagree? Kindly let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share, and stay tuned in for more discussions in the future. Until next time, stay curious and question the narrative. Bye bye.